Good day, my beautiful angels. Thank you for joining me. I am Tigra, and this is Sacred Sagittarius Angels Answers All, your long-standing, one of your first original Sagittarius-only stations here on YouTube, bringing you general, energetic, loving messages from the universe. Thank you as we now tap into for the next couple of hours through tomorrow, the mid-month update readings. Usually I do the first half of your readings in the beginning of the month, and I like to touch base to see if anything energetically has changed. I don't cover all the particular readings that I gave you in the first half, and sometimes I switch them up, but please be blessed and enjoy the energy of the readings that I post for you in the next few hours. Okay, let's cleanse the space and raise the minds. As always, these are general readings. They may or may not apply to you. They are timeless, and my videos are time-stamped. Cards are shuffled and prayed for before each reading to allot for time. First, we're going to start off with the career and finance reading to see where the energies are on that. I did do that in the beginning of the month, so this is in addition to that. And let's see if anything has changed. Maybe for some of you, some things have improved, and others you still need to work on your financial situation and your prospects as far as your career choices. Heavenly Father, bless my energies. Give me insight to what it is that you feel you want Sagittarius to know. And what is to be known shall be shown, as I always believe, and what is not to be shown will not be relieved. Thank you for protecting my energy, my space, and protecting all those that gather here in love and light for these messages. Amen. Thank you, thank you, thank you to many of you who showed particular love to one of my videos. They really got a lot of views. Thank you. That is the type of energy we love. That's what I'm used to. Many years ago, that's how the views used to be on all the readings. So I really appreciate when you collectively come together. It really helps not only the channel as far as the YouTube algorithm, but it also brings forth the videos to other Sagittarius against, the bigger channels out there, to let them know that this channel exists and that there are messages here for them as well. So thank you to those of you who subscribe, those of you who continue to comment. Okay, let's see what our mid-month update for July as far as career and finances go. So we have the Seven of Wands. We also have the Six of Pentacles with the Four Swords and the Five of Cups. Some of you are still, beating yourselves up, and I get it. I mean, it's human nature for us to do about the mistakes you've made in career choices, maybe jobs that you left a little too early, or, jobs that you took that maybe you regret. We make mistakes. It's okay. There's no reason to beat yourself over it. You just got to learn the lesson, and next time maybe be patient, because sometimes our impatience can push us to do things impromptu and we don't get the results that we desire. Some of you could be experiencing conflict in the workplace at this time, or there's conflict within your life in general because of finances. So you could be like having some spats with your spouse or your family over money. There could be conflict within your job, especially if someone is trying to steal your ideas or pass your work off as their own. You might feel energetically when it comes to your career and finances towards this half of July that it's like you against the world. I feel like the energy for some of you where your finances aren't that great, just like you're getting a lot of calls from collection agencies. You go to your post box or your mailbox, it's overflooded with collection notices. So there's like, you just feel like everyone's on the attack, and it might not be that they're on the attack the way that you think they are, but listen, if you created the debt, right, the debt has to be paid. So that's why it's so important that you govern and pay attention to your finances, how you spend your money, why you spend your money. Don't let your emotions spend your money, and really understand that this is something that you can correct, but you're going to have to deal with it if it is a consistent problem. When it comes to the workplace conflict, the best thing to do is to get resolution by going to your HR department or to your superiors. And if your superiors are the issue, then definitely you need to go to human resources or take whatever other legal recourses you can outside of that. Some of you are doing really well, on the other hand, where money is flowing. You might have come into some luck, as is always the case most of the time with Sagittarius, because I see here that you are free. You have enough to give to others, and that is something that we should do, and the universe wants us to do when we are blessed with good fortune or abundance, to pay it forward. So take care. If not of your family members or the immediate people in your circle, take care of the people that you don't know. Help at a soup kitchen, support a particular school or a fundraiser or wherever there is economic need in which you can contribute without, taking too much away from yourself, is always the great thing to do, paying it forward. A lot of you also, I find mid-month, find yourself contemplating taking a rest from the hard work. This could be the month where many of you, as I speak right now, might be looking at this video from your beach chair, from a patio, on physically on the beach. So many of you are either planning or have planned or on some type of, summer break, summer vacation. We only have one more month, and then before you know it, it's back to school and back to the grind. And just in general, many of you are taking a break because you are kind of burned and tapped out mentally, and you just need to, get yourself back on track, which is okay, and that's the right thing to do. Give yourself that time to meditate and to cleanse and to purge. And while you're at it, give yourself time to get some energetic energy and knowledge and wisdom and encouragement by catching up with the content here on my channel or whatever other type of spiritual readings or energetic words, that you get, or insight. Please take time also to catch up with that. Rest is needed, and I think it's best when you know you're stressed out. If you're stressed out from the conflicts within your office, if you're stressed out within the conflicts of the stress of the money that you owe or the debt that's compiling, if you're a homeowner, you have a car, we know the material things that we desire also come with stress because these things break, right? We buy them, but the expense for them never ever ends, right? So watch what you desire, and then also remember financially what that means. When you sign that car note, when you buy that car, that's not the end of it. That's just the beginning. You still have car insurance, you have maintenance, you have to, expect the unexpected, God forbid. So it all can put stress on you, and that's why it's important. Live within your means. Get yourself financially right. Check your credit reports and start making a plan, a budget plan. Look at some of my past videos, if I've had any still posted, on doing things like, envelope savings, getting in a high yield savings account, getting into CDs, getting into some type of savings plan, and really disciplining yourself to make wiser choices and not buying off of impulse, but buying out of necessity. Treating yourself, of course, to the things you desire when you can, and it's not going to put a dent in your savings. And talking about savings, do you have a savings? Do you have an emergency fund? Are you ready, Sagittarius, for a rainy day? So again, with all of this in mind, yes, you definitely need a break. Some of you need the break just because you worked really hard, and you're congratulating yourself by giving yourself a beautiful vacation or some time off because you've gotten those balances down to zero. You've cleaned up your credit. Collection notices no more. So kudos to those of you who are at that point. And those of you who aren't, I can't stress enough how much great information for free, doesn't cost you anything, there is here on YouTube and other social media channels to help you with debt consolidation or just how to manage and create money and get a side hustle, however you wish to work in your particular situation. Because for each of you, the solution is going to be different. I'll try, if time permits, to maybe do a complimentary video in addition to this, as far as, envelope saving and other smart things that you can do to try to get you back on track. Okay, so if you like that, give me a thumbs up and comment below. And then finally, like I started out saying, that many of you are very upset with yourself, with the choices that you made, or the mistakes that you made when it comes to your spending. And it's not only spending. Some of you tend to lend money to others and you don't get it back. Or you overextend yourself when you know you really shouldn't. You can't remember what has happened, okay? You can't cry over the money that's gone, or the jobs that have left, or the opportunities that have passed. They're gone. You've just got to concentrate on what you have with you and work from there. So it's not over. The party's not over. You don't have to go home. But you definitely have to open up your eyes and take control of the situation and address where your problems lie and how you need to fix the situation, and start coming up creatively with solutions that you're going to follow. You might have to try a couple. I know I did. We all do, until we figure out what works for our particular situation. But trust me, there is something, if not a few things, that do work. So I would love to hear, as you get better in managing your money and clearing your debt, what those things are. Share them for the community. That is something that, is one of my goals in having this channel, is that we network and share and help each other. So if you find yourself in a financial rut, or if you're having problems communicating well during interviews, you're not getting the jobs that you want, you're not getting the interviews that you want, please help each other here by stating what worked for you, or how you got over certain slumps in those areas of your life. Help each other to get through the conflicts that we all will experience in some portion of our life. As we continue on, a lot of your distress is coming from micromanage. No one likes to be micromanaged, especially if you're a professional. I think in upper management, if you make over 80 grand a year or more, even 50, you shouldn't be micromanaged. If you're a true professional and you were hired to do a job, and you were hired, that means that your employer sought out after you and felt that you were the right candidate, that they have confidence in you. So there's no need, once you are hired, to then be followed around and chastised and told what to do and just, sat upon. It's very uncomfortable, it's very unnerving, and it's unnecessary. And if you feel you're being micromanaged, by all means, address it with your superior, your team. And if you don't get help there, then you escalate it up to chain, up to HR, however it is that it can get resolved. Find out why they're micromanaging. Maybe it's that particular person's style. Or maybe they see something in what you're doing that they feel you need additional help. But have the communication and get it cleared up, because it is an uncomfortable feeling. And maybe they might not feel that they're micromanaging. Maybe they just think that's the normal way to manage. But it's definitely something that you should address. Some of you are in retail, and in retail you will have a lot of micromanaging, especially in retail, because when it comes to selling, a lot of retail stores, they put you out front with the customers, where they want you to sell products, they want you to sell and get credit, right? So definitely in retail, there's a lot of micromanaging, and there's a lot of conflicts in the little retail places. I don't know why, but it gets a little crazy, and there's high turnover. So retail might not be, or in the selling floor might not be, your particular career. And if you're in that and you're miserable, that's probably why. It's probably not meant for you. But I know a lot of people gravitate towards retail for side hustles. We also get credit repair. Again, you gotta work on your credit, Sagittarius. Those of you who are not doing well financially, or those of you who have very low scores, your scores affect everything now, as far as buying a home, getting a job, and building your credit. So if you have a low score, I would say anything between as low as a 3 and up, in the low 500 range, you need to really work on that. A healthy credit score these days is 8 or better. At the bottom of the deck, we're hiring, job search. Definitely, I see in the universe sees that a lot of you are looking for work. You're noticing the job signs, you're noticing the bulletins, you're connected to, and if you're not, maybe you should be connected to any LinkedIn or other job search engines that can help you networking with past employees and other people in your life that do the same type of work, joining clubs and associations, your almanatas. All these type of clubs and associations can give you advice or maybe steer you in the right direction. But many of you are looking for work in addition to what you're doing now. Let's see what's in the middle of the deck. Some of you might be looking into cryptocurrency, again, looking into investing. Those of you who can afford to invest, and the other side of that, huge decisions. So there will be opportunities coming for most of you and many of you, okay? But there's only one that is going to be the one for you. So don't get fooled or don't get too excited or overwhelmed when you have a lot of options coming your way, because not every option is the right option for you. So take your time, Sagittarius. I know us, we want to run through the process, we get excited, but take it easy and do everything nice and slow. With the card of leadership, many of you are born leaders. So maybe that's why micromanaging bothers you, because you yourself are a leader and you have leader qualities. So if you're in a small role and you know you're up for greatness, then do what you got to do to get recognized or get out of that position or get yourself hired in a position where you're going to be the leader and you can show others how it is to lead and bring others under the fold to be great leaders in the future. You get the energy of sensitivity. You're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. I do find with my older Saggies that as we get older, we are more sensitive to certain things. We're not about the BS. We don't have patience with certain things. And, I guess with our wisdom and the time and age that we've lived, we just look at things differently. So yes, we are sensitive, but not sensitive to the point that you can't talk to us or approach us. We're just not about the nonsense. We're over the nonsense, okay? We want everybody to be on the up, and we want everything done accordingly as it should be. We're not up for the games. With the energy of school, the answer that you're seeking involves going to school. For many of you, you might be stuck where you're at in your career because you lack the education or you need the additional education, especially the technology and everything with all the advanced technical skills that is out there now. If you are behind and you're not in that, maybe because the type of your job didn't require that, but if you want a new job to pay the big money, you're gonna have to have either the degrees or the education in the skill set of technology. As we come to a close, we get the future. Plan for the future, Sagittarius, while living in the present. That's an okay thing to do. You're always supported by spirit, and your psychic abilities can bring you prosperity. So there's nothing wrong with you working towards the future as long as you are living in the now and also taking care of the now. With the answers, you will resolve your current situation soon. So answers are coming for those of you who pose questions or petitions, or you're waiting for a key to open to a door. You did see the opportunity card, right? Come before. So those opportunities, those doors, and the key to those doors are coming. Whether it's work-wise or with your finances, you will find unique ways to stand out, and you will find a new opening with job security. It's all about making yourself stand out. You have to look at yourself on what you have and what you bring to a job, but you also have to have the additional skill sets. You have to be able to one up that next person that's in line for that same position. With the energy of wealth, you're working towards real wealth and prosperity, Sagittarius, in your life. Continue to keep investing in yourself and look into long-term career planning. We're talking about investments as far as our money, but we are an investment. We are the gold. So once you invest in yourself by, again, sprucing yourself up physically, fixing up your attire, making sure you have the proper attire, that you look professional when you go to work or when you interview, you're well groomed, you're well spoken, you're understood, you're respected. And then investing further into your finances and into the type of job that you want that will give you the wealth that you're planning to have in the future. So you have to invest in yourself in order to align yourself with the type of job that you're going to be able, from that job, to get the finances to invest to create the type of life and abundance that you want. And then finally, with the card of journey, you may move to a new place. So where you're at might not be the stomping grounds or the home where you're going to find your success. Where you're at might be just the starting point, the midpoint. So you may have to move. You might find you might have to go to someplace different for work, school, or travel, to explore. And while you explore the world during your travel, you will experience the things along your journey and path that you need to succeed. So don't be afraid to travel. And for many of you, if you don't have your passport, that is definitely something that you should start looking into. Have your passport together and start looking into areas and researching areas on your bucket list that you might want to see or travel. Talk to others if you are keen about a particular career. Where is that career highly, paid at? Where is that career in demand? There's 50 states in the United States, but there's a big world out there. There's jobs and careers everywhere, and the cost of living, guess what, isn't as high. So there are many doors of opportunity, and there's many chances for you to become great and do great, but you have to be open to what else is out there and not just leave yourself in the little small circle of the world or city, state, or country that you're in now. Well, blessings and greetings to you. Congratulations again to those of you, and continue to strive forward, who are, doing what they need to do to assure that their life is along the path, both mentally, physically, financially, and career-wise. And those of you that, you got to get it together. It's okay. You will get it together. But start taking some action. Identify where your problems are. Start addressing them. And you too will find yourself further down the path in your journey. You too might wake up and realize that maybe where you're at is not where you need to be. There's some more ground that you need to cover. Through it all, may the universe guide and protect us all in our jobs, our careers, and our finances. Blessings on to you. Thanks for watching. Namaste.